Hey, what's going on? My name is Jack Glenn. Welcome back to a brand new video here at the channel. Breaking news comes from Deadline, and I'll admit, I was wrong. I'm happy, but I'm also shocked. Yeah. I did a video about this yesterday. One of my very first successful video on the channel was on this topic. And I'm glad I'm wrong. Like, I'm going to still watch The Acolyte. Still going to not rewatch it, but watch it because I've seen like 4 episodes. Still going to watch it when I get round to it. But, yeah. This shocked me when I just saw it. And I was like, I'm really shocked because yesterday, from what had been reported, was that we were getting a new season because they were still going with The Acolyte Season 1. However, Disney Plus cancels The Acolyte. No Season 2 for Star Wars series starring Amanda Stenberg. We can all rejoice, we can all relax. The Acolyte cancelled. No Season 2 for Disney Plus's Star Wars series. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm just shocked that it took them this long to announce this because at the same time, like, remember, I did these videos and D23 was coming up. That's when my video boomed. And it was about Star Wars The Acolyte Season 2. It was a big possibility because they were saying, talk about Season 1. They announced the book on Season 1. And Disney have this thing. If it's a completed series, they go, the completed series. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the completed series. They kept going back to Star Wars The Acolyte Season 1, and everyone just thought that was the case. But they've cancelled it. Woohoo! But anyway, let's get jump straight into the article. Don't want to sound that bad. People have lost jobs and stuff. We didn't deserve it, but still, it was a crap show. At least from the 4 episodes I watched. But I'm still going to finish it because I guess I kind of have to. But anyway, exclusive. The story of The Acolyte will not continue, with Lucasfilm opting not to proceed for a second season. Yeah, that's good. Sources tell Deadline word of the decision comes more than a month after the 8-episode first season of the series from creative director, executive producer, and showrunner Leslie Headland wrapped its run on Disney Plus. I mean, she was part of the reason this show was never going to make any success. She went on and said things like how she wanted to destroy Yoda, how Star Wars was for women, and try to do this big women movement, which I'm not against, but she tried to do it in a negative way. Right? Continuing on, the news of The Acolyte. Let me try and resize this because it's gone all squiff again. The news is not entirely surprising. The Acolyte did okay with critics, with 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, but divided Star Wars fans, which was reflected in its overall viewership. Driven by the internet into the vulnerable franchise, The Acolyte got off to a strong start when it launched on June 4th with 2 episodes generating 4.8 million views in its first day on the streamer, to rank as the biggest series premiere on Disney Plus this year. It did great to begin with. The tally rose to 11.1 million viewers globally after 5 days of streaming. And I'm assuming that's for each of the episodes, right? Corroborating Disney's data, the series made its debut on Nielsen's Top 10 Originals chart in its premiere week at number 7, with 488 million minutes viewed, climbing to number 6 the following week. But The Acolyte could not sustain the momentum, dropping out of the top 10 in week 3, staying off before returning at number 10 after the release of the final episode, with 355 minutes believed to be the lowest for a Star Wars series final. Like fellow global streamers Netflix and Prime, Disney Plus has a high viewership threshold for renewing high-end, big-budget series that cost well above 100 million per season to make. In interviews, Hedlund has revealed that she has pitched her ideas for a second season and has shared her hopes for a renewal. Lucasfilm first and most successful to date Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian, is carrying on, crossing over to features with the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu. Ahsoka, the company series that preceded The Acolyte, has been renewed for a second season. They're not going to get rid of Ahsoka at the moment. Like, Ahsoka's safe, I think, because they're not doing a season 4 of Mandalorian. They're doing the movie, which is 2026, so we're going to get Ahsoka for 2025, possibly a season 3 for 2026. But I'm assuming Mandalorian and Grogu, it will go back to season 4 after that film. They just want to capitalize on the Mandalorian and Grogu's success, hoping it's going to generate them $1 billion at box office, because they earn more from films, of course, than they do from Disney Plus shows. I haven't yet seen Ahsoka. I'm currently rewatching Rebels to watch that, because it's the sequel series. Ahsoka's the sequel series to Rebels, if no one knew that. Ahsoka Season 1 follows its Thorn's world, and we're just living in it as spoiler meets their fate. But what's next? I don't know what the spoiler is, don't tell me. The Acolyte was a mystery thriller that took viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. A former Padawan reunites with the Jedi Master to investigate a series of crimes, but the forces they confront are more sinister than they ever anticipated. This would have been better if it worked, right? In addition to the Sternberg, the cast created Lee Jung Jae, Manny Jacinto, Jodie Turner-Smith, Daphne Keane, Rebecca Henderson, Charlie Barnett, Dean Charles Chapman, and Carrie Anna Moss. This is the thing, right? I feel sorry for the actors, for everyone involved in this that didn't have a writing credit, because they're all out of a job. And it wasn't their fault. They were told to do this, this, and this. And they did this, this, and this. It just didn't work. My own conflicting views on The Acolyte is that I've seen 4 episodes. I predicted the plot quite well by the second, that it was a murder mystery, that it had the twin, and that was the twin story, and that they were the Acolyte, and the Acolyte to the Sith. I then, of course, saw the stuff about Darth Plagueis, which put me off finishing it even more. Because you see certain things and you think, oh, that's cool. And the thing that put me off it the most is Disney changing the way the saber changes. I know the canon law that they no longer need to bleed the crystal, which is what George Lucas did in the Star Wars franchise. You have to bleed the crystal. But in this one, you become a Sith and the lightsaber turns red with your hatred and your anger. Which I'm sitting there thinking, okay, that makes sense. I guess, because you're bleeding, you're furious, the lightsaber can feel it, because the Force can feel you turning. That makes sense. But because they did that, it made a canon hole. A big hole in the Anakin Skywalker story from episode 3, where he kills a bunch of younglings, but his lightsaber stays blue. And then Luke gets his lightsaber, and it's still blue. Not even a tint of red in it. So, from their logic, it would have changed red, but it hasn't. That's fine. Star Wars at the moment, what do I think? I mean, I'm rewatching Rebels, which was the first thing Disney put out, and I love that. Right. They've had some great hits. This just wasn't one of them. And unfortunately, because this is the newest one, they're not remembered for anything else at this point. It's this or nothing. But the fact that it's been cancelled is no surprise to me, no surprise to anybody else. And before you start jumping in, you were wrong, you did video saying there'd be a season. It was just off of what was being said by Disney at the time. And Disney and other studios are known for giving bad TV shows second seasons, third seasons, fourth seasons. I mean, one of my subscribers commented on my Disney Plus season 2 Acolyte video saying, "Yeah, you just got to look at Velma. Velma is a show that not many people like, but it keeps getting seasons or episode renewals because the show's doing moderately well, I guess. Haven't seen it myself, can't really comment. I might check it out. I do love a bit of Scooby Doo. So I might check it out at some point. But Star Wars The Acolyte cancelled for season 2. I'm not surprised. I want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited that it's over? Are you excited that The Acolyte season 2 is gone? Like, there is no possibility of it now whatsoever. I'm happy that it's gone, but I also wish that it wasn't in the same respect, because I wanted to see how I thought we were at the lowest point for Star Wars with the sequel trilogy. And then we got this. And I wanted just to see how much lower it could get. We've still got Skeleton Crew, which I'm not going to hate on. I'm a huge fan of what Skeleton Crew's doing at the moment. From what I've seen, what I've read, what I've heard, it looks amazing. But so did The Acolyte. So who knows? Just leave you on that positive little note there. But as always, drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. We are going for 50 subscribers by the end of this month. I want to hit that. Let's do it. We're on 41 at the moment, so as the time of recording. So yeah, let's just get going with it. Let's get rocking. Let's get rolling. And as always, stay cinematic. See you later. Goodbye for now.